The poet now amplifies on what he has said by claiming that anything that goes out will come back processed and often with long bills attached. The poet exemplifies this rather strange claim by giving the instance of cotton, bales of cotton, bundles of cotton, hooped bales of cotton, shipped off to invisible Manchesters. You must understand that in the first half of the 20th century, in the late 19th century and in the first half of the 20th century, British milk cloth was extremely priced, was highly prized by middle class and upper class Tamil Brahmins. And they would go to any extent to acquire British milk cloth. And it's quite possible that such things actually happened. Cotton was exported to Manchester and it was processed there and brought back as cloth. Manchester is one of the biggest cities in the UK. In the 19th century, in the early 20th century, it was the textile capital of the world. It was a textile powerhouse. It was known as Cottonopolis, the cotton city. Please read the lines carefully and you realize that the poet has not said Manchester. He has said Manchesters. He has used the plural. So the city may not be Manchester. It could be any city in the UK. It could be any textile city in any part of the world. And perhaps it was a city in India for as early as the first decade of the 20th century. The textile industry of Coimbatore had been developed on the lines of the textile industry in Manchester. The point is that the members of the family took great pains to get excellent milk cloth for themselves. Let us continue reading the poem. Cloth for our days' middle class loins, and muslin for our richer nights. This may also appear crazy, but I think it is quite true to fact. Certain types of individuals prize their sleep very much and they want to go to bed as comfortably as possible. And it is quite possible that they used muslin. Muslin is extremely fine cotton cloth, lightweight cotton cloth, expensive cotton cloth. That they used muslin during the night and coarse cotton during the day. It may appear strange, it may appear crazy to present day readers, but I can speak on the strength of personal experience that such things were quite common in Tamil Brahmin households, which were full of individuals who wanted to sleep as comfortably as possible and who believed in wearing the finest and most convenient dress during the night, even the most expensive dress during the night rather than during the day. The poet continues to expand the catalogue of examples of how things which go out of the house always manage to come back. Letters, for example, he says, which are sent, which are mailed, go from place to place, are redirected to wrong addresses, and then they finally return to the great house, to the so-called great house. And in the process, They managed to acquire red ink marks earned in Tiruvalla and Sialkot. Tiruvalla is a town in Kerala. You must remember that A.K. Ramanujan served briefly in the Department of English of Sri Narayana College, Kollam. And Tiruvalla is the first important railway station north of Kollam. Just as Vakala, just as Vakala is the first important railway station south of Kollam. Sialkot, where is Sialkot? I think Sialkot is in the Punjab. Sialkot is in Pakistan. Before independence, of course, it was part of India. When India was partitioned, Punjab was partitioned. And we now have a Pakistani Punjab. And Sialkot is in the province of Punjab in Pakistan. The poet now moves to more intangible things like ideas. He says that ideas behave like rumors. You know how rumors behave. Once you unleash a rumor, it comes back. It keeps on circulating and then it comes back to you. Similarly, ideas unleashed by you circulate and then come back to you. The poet says that they behave like prodigies born to prodigal fathers. Prodigies are extremely talented children. Prodigal is extremely extravagant, being lavish in spending money, spending resources. I think in this context, the poet has in mind extravagance with regard to resources rather than with regard to money. Prodigies born to prodigal fathers, with eyes that vaguely look like our own. There were no DNA tests at that time, and the eyes resembling the typical eyes of the members of the family was the only indication that the boy belonged to the family. The boy is a prodigy born to a prodigal father. I wonder how a prodigal father can produce a prodigy. A prodigy is a child genius, an extremely talented child. But probably the prodigal father was prodigal only with certain resources. I hope you understand what I mean, what I have in mind, and was a genius himself. And thus the prodigal father succeeds in producing a son who is a prodigy. And what is the proof that the son belongs to the family? The eyes. The eyes vaguely resemble our own eyes.